Godzilla Kong the New Empire is bringing to us a new breed of titans that would be miles ahead in strength and powers than the ones we have already seen in previous movies. These titans alongside Godzilla and Kong will have special abilities and weapons as well. So here in this video we will showcase these powers and weapons of the big four, that is Kong, Godzilla, Skar King and Shimu. So let's get to it. Let's start with Godzilla. So most of us know that by now Godzilla will be seen in two different forms in this upcoming movie, just as he was seen in three different forms in the series Monarch: The Legacy of Monsters. In GxK The New Empire, Godzilla would display his older blue irradiated form that he evolved into during the Monarch series, well, chronologically that is. And then later he will emerge from an icy chrysalis that he got himself into, and he will come out in his new evolved form, the Pinkzilla. With this new body structure are certain weaponized parts, and these are what we will discuss right here. So obviously the first one is his pink atomic powers. The change in coloration isn't just for new toy sales, not just. It's also due to the fact that Godzilla will be absorbing a new form of hollow earth energy, the pink radiation. Why pink or magenta, you may ask? Well, if you take a look at any electromagnetic spectrum or energy spectrum chart, you would see that pink-violet, that color, has way more energy and frequency than the light blue coloration. So what does this imply? Well, it infers that the strength and temperature of the atomic breath of Godzilla will be at least one magnitude higher, therefore giving him a deadly attack, one which could overpower the deadly proton scream of Mechagodzilla if given a chance. This new atomic breath will be powered and stored in the new pink crystalline dorsal plates that he would develop in his icy chrysalis, the ones on his back. The second weaponized part of Godzilla are the elbow spikes, which are made of the same crystalline formations as the new dorsal plates. These elbow spikes, along with his longer arms and slimmer physique, would give the G-Man a new form of melee fighting style. He could slash and cut with those. He would also have longer reach with his arms and then Muay Thai the enemy titans to sleep, Ong Bak style. Along with these new body structures, he would also have a Thagomizer at the end of the tail. For those that don't know, a Thagomizer is a spiky ending that quite a few ancient animals have, like the Stegosaurus of the Jurassic era. This Thagomizer would be armed with the same crystalline spikes, and it can be used to slash, to stab, and to impale enemy titans. And given that the tail of Godzilla is long and muscular, the swinging force it would create would end in a very high penetration power for the Thagomizer tips. This would mean certain death for lesser titans and grievous wounds to the ones that have armored skin, like Shimu. Now let's go to the next titan, Kong. Well, in the beginning scenes of the movie, as seen in the trailer, he would still possess the GVK Battle Axe. This is an ancient relic weapon of the Kongs that they used in an ancient war against the Gojira species. The blade of this weapon is made of a sharpened dorsal plate of a dead Godzilla, while its handle is made out of a Muto thigh bone. This weapon can cut, slash and hack other titans, and was used to a great effect during the battle against Mechagodzilla in GVK. Its slashing power can be enhanced by Godzilla's atomic breath, as was seen when Kong fought Mecha G, and it was able to cut through the robot titan's body with relative ease after it absorbed the energy of the atomic breath. But somewhere along the way in this new movie, Kong would lose the axe. This is not to say that it'll be permanent. He could regain it in the end of the film, in the final battle. So when Kong would speculatively lose to a battle with the Skar King in the first half of the new movie, he would lose the battle axe and then have his arm broken. This is where the Beast Glove comes in. BEAST is an acronym, and the full form is Bio-Enhanced Anatomic Seismic Thunder Glove. This mechanical contraption is going to be a creation of Monarch. It would give Kong the ability to use his broken arm to the same degree as he did without the injury. Theoretically, this mecha glove would be made out of the strongest metal alloy known to man, an alloy that can break rock and withstand heavy pressure and temperature. This metal would be, in theory, denser and more durable than the Titan bones, and therefore would give Kong a greater punching power. It could also have a rocket booster on the elbow part on the end to accelerate the punch to a higher speed, just like how Mechagodzilla displayed while fighting Godzilla in GVK. And who knows, it might also deliver electric high voltage shocks to every punch Kong makes, just like Mechagodzilla again. Monarch could adapt the tech behind the Mecha G to this glove and therefore enhance the fighting capabilities of Kong, and also giving him the electric powers that he had during the 1962 King Kong vs. Godzilla movie, something which the fans have always demanded. Now let's go to the enemy titans of the movie, starting with the Skar King. So in the trailer, we were shown slight glimpses of this gigantic red ape enemy titan, and in those scenes he was seen to have some sort of a titan whip weapon, which was coiled around his body. It looked like a spinal column of a dead titan, a serpentine one, maybe a warbat or a dead specimen of a Tiamat. This weapon would be super long and would give the red ape a huge advantage in range during melee combat. It could also be tipped with the spiky, sharp crystals of the Hollow Earth, therefore further enhancing its slicing power, and if used in a proper way, it can also be coiled around the neck of Kong or Godzilla, suffocating the titan combatants, and at the same time, the crystalline spikes would dig deep into the flesh of these titans. Another attack mode would be to whip it so fast in a straight line that it would be able to impale an enemy titan, and given that the Skar King is old and highly experienced, this form of attack might be employed. The Skar King could also theoretically have different abilities, like new abilities like mind control, or maybe a mind control weapon that he can use to control Shimu. But that is up to the movie to tell us. Okay, the last titan here of course is the ancient Shimu. He has not been shown yet in the trailer or the posters, but the toy leaks and the clothing logos show this beast in full. And in the toy covers we have his full miniature appearance along with the description of his power, the Frostbite Blast. This power is theorized to be Shimu's ranged attack, and it is the complete opposite of the power of Godzilla, which is for all intents and purposes an extremely hot fire. Shimu's Frostbite, on the other hand, would be an extremely cold icy blast that can freeze titans in place. Due to this power and his frost abilities, Shimu is now speculated to be actually the one that froze Monster Zero, Ghidorah, in place in Antarctica, given that Godzilla couldn't have done it since his powers are hot, not cold. So in this new movie, we will no doubt get another Dragon Ball Z duel, with Godzilla breathing his pink flame against Shimu with his icy bluish-white Frostbite Blast. And lastly, Shimu isn't just a titan that would breathe an icy power and run away. He or it is said to be the most powerful titan, and this one is armed with massive claws, a robust body, spiky crystalline dorsal plates, and also a Thagomizer, just like that of evolved Godzilla. And while Godzilla would have this as a new weapon, something which he has to learn how to use, Shimu, the Ancient One, would have had thousands of years of practice and experience, and therefore would use it on instinct rather than conscious thought. So that's all the new powers and weapons that the Titans of Godzilla Kong the New Empire would possess and use in the upcoming flick. Now if you like this video, then check this other one as well. And do check out our channel for other Monsterverse content. We might just have things that you haven't seen before. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, fam.